Okay, joined by Manager Richard Luffman. Rich, 4-1 win over Mousehole. You must be pleased with that one.
Really good, yeah. Some really good performances. They're a very good side, and you could see that first half. They caused us a lot of problems in the opening 20-25 minutes, and then we sort of got a stranglehold on the game. Finished the first half really well. Got a deserved equaliser. I don't think they've had a great deal of opportunities on our goal, and we've had lots on theirs. And really pleased with particularly the second half. We've had some tremendous performance in that second half, and looked like a really good team that consider we've only been together for a couple of weeks. So yeah, encouraging signs.
Of course, and obviously, we obviously had that win over Portishead in midweek, and then I think you virtually started with the team that finished that match, starting with the first half. Not what we wanted, obviously going 1-0 down, but great, progression from Taunton, and they sort of grew on into that half, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and we scored dead on half time. Pre-season doesn't count for an awful lot, of course it doesn't. But one thing that you can't ever sort of get over as a centre forward, you want goals. And we've got Kane Simpson on the score sheet today. That happened on the stroke of half time. He will feel much better about his game because of that goal. Being a centre forward, I know how they feel. They're unique characters. And then the second half, we've obviously got 2 for Ben and another one for Chris Zabrowski as well. So yeah, like I said, I think the first half team from the second half probably struggled a little bit with our press. They built very well with the 3 and the 2, and we couldn't quite get to grips with that, particularly in the wide areas. Second half, we found that a lot more comfortable. And I will be honest, like not from a coaching point of view, like we had 5 minutes with them in between. It's madness in pre-season, and the players just adjusted to it themselves, took on board, what they'd seen in the first half, and we've got some experienced lads there second half, and they went out and done exactly what we wanted them to do. So yeah, fantastic.
It wasn't just the goals as well, Rich. Obviously, the overall performance, I think it's sort of that level of maturity and intensity just seemed to grow massively from the first half and the second half. From your perspective, like I say, there's going to be selection headaches and who you're going to pick on that first day, but the performances in the second half must have, filled you a lot of pride.
Yeah, and we are a long way away from the first game. There's some people that have done some absolutely brilliant work today, and there's others that that haven't been as comfortable on the ball or as good in the press, but they will get better. And we've got an embarrassment of riches with the 2 11s. I mean, we've got 22 very good footballers in there, and yeah, it's like I say, it's encouraging signs. But at this stage, we go on to a much more tough test in terms of pyramids in Bath City on Tuesday, and I'm sure they're going to ask us a few more questions, and let's see how we go against that.
Well, obviously there was the substitution for Walker in the second half. But obviously, let's just talk about that goalkeeper situation, Rich, with James starting this afternoon. With Josh Gould missing out today, can you give an update on that situation?
Yeah, well, Josh phoned me on Wednesday. He's been offered a job in London. Too good an opportunity for him to turn down. He's absolutely gutted to leave the football club. He's Taunton through and through. We're going to retain his contract, but he won't be playing football because his work situation won't allow that. He's be working on Saturdays, and congratulations to him. We're semi-professional at this level, and he needs to put his job first, of course. So we're disappointed to lose him. James is obviously played well today in the second half, particularly struggled in elements. First half, I think he actually looked like a lad that knew that the other goalkeeper had departed first half, and I think that got the better of probably his decision making. He'll be in goal on Tuesday. We're in no hurry to make a decision on what we're doing. There are options to us from the Football League in terms of loans. There are permanent options that we're talking to people, and we're giving James an opportunity to stake a claim as well. I mean, with James, he's had 2 very bad injuries. James was with me after he left Hungerford. He's played Step 2 for Chippenham. He's got a fantastic CV on him. He was a pro at Bristol City for a number of years. It's maybe, in terms of timing, not the greatest for him. I think he'd like this with 12 months down the line in terms of having that opportunity to go and play on loan somewhere, which is probably still the case for him. He will probably go out on loan, but he's got the opportunity to stake a claim, and that will start Tuesday for him. So yeah, I just will sound Josh coming at a difficult time for us last year. Obviously, made some unbelievable saves away at Gloucester, away at Walton and Hersham, picked up some really valuable points during a run that if we didn't go on that run, we might have found ourselves in a trickier situation last year. So huge thanks to him. He's a great lad. We're gutted to lose him, but the same as everyone, when players leave, it's an opportunity for others. And I just wish Josh well for the future, and no doubt we'll see him down here supporting Taunton.
And looking ahead to Tuesday, what can we expect from that game?
Well, it'd be their first game. So, as I said about Portishead, that evens it a little bit. Obviously, they're a step higher in the pyramid. We've got lots of National League and National League South and Football League experience in our dressing room as well. We'll stick to our principles. Nothing will change because we're playing against a team higher versus lower. You know, we're still going with our game model and try and use our press the way that we have over the first two. But they're going to be good on the ball. They're going to cause us problems, and Darren's teams are always look to play. So no doubt they're going to try and get the ball down. And yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, again, we wanted a difficult pre-season. You know, again, Mousehole have given us that. They've given us some real stuff to sort of watch and dissect in terms of problems that we had in the first 20 particularly. And Bedford and Chippenham and Bath on Tuesday will give us those tougher tests as well. So, yeah, all a learning at this stage in prep for the 9th of August. But we're looking forward to what will be a good game, and hopefully we'll get a decent crowd like we did do today.